just try to set this up. I don't want to go in landscape. Ugh. Hold on. Rotate device back. There we go. Wrong way. My messy room. What a bitch. Ugh, maybe I should fix this a little bit. I don't know. So, basically, I am doing this on a whim because I have been following the Watts case since it happened. There's a couple YouTubers I do follow faithfully, like Miss Molly Go Lately. She is my main girl I go to for info. There is also Clarissa Cheek. I hope I'm saying it right. The Healing Woods Woman. The Woods Woman. There's a lot of good YouTubers, and I'll link them in the description if I can with the live. I am not a true crime channel. I just sympathize. I can't, because you're trying to build a channel, and I'm talking to myself right now. I'm in the planner niche, whatever you call it. And it's just like, I've been obsessed to the point where I think I need help. Like, and it's not even a laughing matter. I mean, it's like, how can somebody do something so inhumane? Now, today would have been Bella's 4th birthday, and I'm doing this. I'm just like rigged up with my phone and a mic, but I feel for Shanann's family, and I still can't pronounce the last name, and I apologize, but you know what family is. Definitely not the Watts family. With the holidays and Bella's birthday today, I can't even imagine what they're going through. I have 4 kids myself, and I have a 4-year-old. And I could never imagine doing to him what, I can't even say his name, but what that monster did. And then he turned around in vain and blamed Shanann for him killing her because she killed the kids. Like, I followed her on Instagram. I've been following, like, after it happened, obviously. And I wish I would have somehow came into path with her before, because, when you're a stay-at-home mom and you've always been independent your whole life, that's how I was. I bought my first car on my own. I worked my ass off. I was a bartender. And then I got married and I became a stay-at-home mom, and I sort of lost my identity. And then I had really bad postpartum depression, and that's when I started my blog and my channel. So, granted, I am not nowhere near. Ugh, let me prep. I am nowhere near monetized. I'm close with the watch count, but subscriber wise, yeah, that's it's not like anybody's watching it anyway. So that's like a slow trickle, and it's like I don't want to be jumping on the bandwagon, but if anybody is Facebook friends with me knows I have been obsessed with this case. I've posted stuff for petitions on my personal page so that the Watts family will not make any kind of um, profit from this whatsoever. Um, it's just, and still to this day, he won't admit. Like, and recently I posted something like, after Miss Molly Golightly posted the beautiful tribute to Shanann and the girls, I actually shared that on my Facebook page, and I was like, I was so mad. I'm like, you know, this man had it all. He had a wife who adored him. Now, people would say she's bossy, but he seemed to like it. Honestly, maybe he was introverted, but I don't know. He seemed to like it. And from what I've done, I studied this case. Like, I mean, I was lacking on my own shit because I was so obsessed with this case, because as so many of us are. And it's like, I feel like, how can somebody do that? There's something called divorce. Am I right? Divorce the person. But he wanted this baby. And honestly, I don't think North Korea had anything to do with him looking the way he supposedly looked good before the murders, because did anybody see the video of him, like, when I heard he was like trying to get Shanann? He was like tubby and chubby. Like, I think if anything, Shanann brought the best out in him. Um, yeah, and it's like, and then this family, they're getting death threats. Like, leave them alone. Let them be. Let this poor family grieve. Her family. Do whatever the hell you want to the Watts family. Her family. You know, I couldn't imagine not only losing your daughter, but losing your grandchildren all at the same time in the way that he did it. I know, like, I see a lot of Shanann in myself. Um, you know, you hustle, you try to make, not that I'm in the MLM, I'm more in the planner community and blogging, and I have a YouTube channel, but I get it. You want to make something for yourself. You want to be independent. And even though I'm talking to myself, I don't care, because I have been like reading all the documents and going through all the phone calls, and I honestly think, like, his mind was warped, because North Korea was nasty, in my opinion. She wasn't nothing to take home or settle down or start a family with. Like, this case has, like, completely consumed my life. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why. But I know there's a lot of others who are struggling too to come to terms with all this. So imagine what her family is going through right now. You know, like, imagine the hurt that we're feeling over somebody we've never met. She was the only girl. I'm the only girl. She had one brother. I have two brothers. I'm 38. My mom had us spread apart. Me and my dad have this connection that him and my brothers do not have. My dad internalizes everything with me, such as I do with him. It's just the way we are. And I had to do this live because I would have never done it. Because I didn't want people thinking I was hopping on the Chris Watts murder case bandwagon. I'm just doing this because I have been really, really devastated over it. And I just don't get how a man who has it all can just annihilate his family in the fashion he did and then turn around to this day. Whoop, I just dropped my mic. Mic drop. To this day, he still won't even confess. You know, imagine what that family, everybody knows he did it. He is the dumbest criminal ever. Like, you really thought he would get away with this in this world's technology? I don't think so, idiot. You're not getting away with killing your whole family. And you couldn't, and then squeezing them into oil tanks. Like, you must have really, really hated your family to do something that I couldn't even do that to my worst enemy. Seriously. I don't see, I'm like an empath or whatever. I take everything personally, not personally, but I'm very like, things bother me. I feel energies. Like, if somebody has a lot of negative energy around me, it causes anxiety. And I swear, I got postpartum depression. Well, I believe it started during my pregnancy, but we moved into this house when my son was a couple months old. And I swear to God, to this day, I feel like there's negative energy in this home. My husband looks at me like I'm nuts, but I'm telling you, stuff was like, whew, my postpartum was out of control. It just, everything that could go wrong went wrong. So, yeah, it's just the way I am, and I can't help it. Like, I can't get over it all this time. Like, I actually started making notes because I wanted to do a video months ago, and I kept saying, like, you know, so I'm a planner addict. I have a whole planner space. Erin Condren, I went to, well, first of all, my name is Jackie. I am 38 years old. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4. I am married. I've been in the planner community for 4 years now. Planner friends really do make the best friends. I went to Austin, Texas for a planner meetup for the first time after wanting to go so bad for 3 years. And I finally went to Austin, Texas this May. So, yeah. But I've been writing down all these little notes. And when I go through Shanann's Instagram, she loved her girls. Yeah, I know people would be like, oh, you know what? I do the same stuff. My kids drive me crazy. And you know what? My last son did me in. I mean, and he's hyper, and he doesn't stop. You know, I get where she's coming from. It's hard. And from what I heard, she did lives every day. Like, I get overwhelmed with social media. It's everything has to be cohesive, and um, you know, with me with having a blog, like I got to make sure my wording's right. I got to make sure I have a Pinterest sized image, and I have to make sure I have the right kind of thumbnail and keywords, and I have to be on Pinterest pinning like 25 times a day because I just don't use like them automated apps. I just don't stick with them. Um, I have anxiety, I have ADHD, my head is freaking scattered like nothing else. And I just relate with her in a way because I know how it is when you give up everything. Like, I was a very independent person. I had my daughter when I was 18 years old, and I was a bartender and I made phenomenal money. I lived on my own with my daughter. I always had new cars. I paid for everything myself. And it's, once you lose your identity sometimes when you become a stay at home mom, you want your own kind of income. And from what I heard, she was making pretty decent money. Now, I have a friend who actually does Shackley, and she does very well for herself too. So there are a couple, not many, but there are some success stories. Some people do actually make money. I was actually, before, probably like 6 years ago, I was going to get into Shackley, but I never did. So this whole case, like, my life has been consumed over watching video after video. And I'm sure a lot of you that make videos on the Watts case see me comment because I'm obsessed. And like I said, my top, like Clarissa Sheik, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Her um, rundown, her Abyss series, I highly suggest you check it out. She is amazing. I got so much info from her videos. And then Molly Golightly. She's another amazing one. They're my top two go-tos. And also, We Love You. I really like their content on the Watts case. And they're all pro Shanann. They do not want any Watts supporters. And there's another one. Oh, the Healing Woods Woman. I really like her channel too. And I will watch True Stories with Miss Sherry. But yeah, there's a couple. Black Queen. I watched a couple of her live streams. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been basically talking to myself for 20 minutes. Because that's how consumed I am with this freaking Watts case. And I just want this poor family to have closure. I want people to stop harassing them and let them grieve. And most importantly, the little coward in prison, just confess. We know you killed your kids. Don't put her name in vain. Like, you already annihilated your family. Let her rest in peace. That's all I have to say. It's late here, and I'm tired. And it was Bella's birthday, and I had to do a live because I've been so obsessed over this case. So I'm going to do a more formal video tomorrow. But yes, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate if you would subscribe down below. I'm getting tired. I'm like starting to stutter. I need to go to bed. So, all right, everybody, or nobody, or if anybody watches the replay, have a good night. I keep switching it to my dirty ass bedroom. All right. If you are not subscribed, subscribe down below. Subscribe button, please. Give this video a thumbs up if you can on live. I don't know. I've never really went live. I have a ton of videos, but they're planner related. But like I said, I have been following this case since August, and I'm sure a lot of you who make videos on the Watts case see me comment. So, all right, everybody, have a good night. And rest in peace, sweet Bella. We all love you.